Hi everybody, I'm George Call. Welcome to my studio and intro to my website. So, of course, like most artists, I have paintings for sale, and so check that out. But the other thing that I do, and maybe the way you found out about me, is by YouTube and seeing me on places like that. What I've been doing since the time of COVID is putting up my lessons on YouTube, and that's been a big learning curve for me because I've learned editing and all that kind of stuff, and really have come to enjoy it. So what I do on that sphere is that I provide 3 lessons per week for one painting. So I've broken down a painting into 3 sections, block in, balance would be the second phase, and then we work on detail at the very, very end of the painting. So I'm more of an impressionistic painter, and that's what I paint. Sometimes my paintings make more sense from standing back instead of being very close. And what else can I say? The important thing is that the reason I do that is I had a really good teacher for my first 3 years. 3.5 years of painting. I hope it doesn't take you that long to learn how to paint, but every week I showed up at her studio with some other students, and we painted, and I either stood here to the right or to the left, and I watched how she mixed, and I watched where she placed it. I understood why, and tried to understand why she did what she did. So I'm doing the same thing. I have a camera over my shoulder, I have a camera overhead, and you get to see my mixture, and you get to see why I'm painting the way I do. And I explain why I'm doing it at the same time. It's hard to paint and think at the same time and talk, but I'm getting better at it. So my earlier videos are a little rougher than the newer ones. But basically I've been doing the same thing, 3 lessons every week. And I can't do this for free forever, so I'm doing the first one, the Monday session, for free, and then charging a minimal fee for the Tuesday and Wednesday lessons. So I haven't got that figured out yet, but I will one of these days. But feel free to paint along with me. That's how I've designed this. Now if you get into this and you say, well, that's over my head, give me a call, send me an email, a text, and I can schedule you for half-day Zoom lessons. And it's been pretty popular with the newer students. And I can understand why, because I really get into my basic palette and colors, materials, and start a painting with you, and hopefully finish it with you in that first or second session. So I'd be glad to do that, and it's something that might be worthwhile for some of you. For the more seasoned student, welcome, and I believe that the thing I can provide to you is a fresh subject matter landscape every week, and a challenge to finish that and to turn out a good painting. So there's some important stuff here that I need to explain, and that is what's at the core of all this. I think if I really look at where I've come from in the last number of years, is that there's 2 things going on here. 1, I like to create, and 2, I like to give and to give back. So I think that's the core of what's going on here, is I like to create paintings and I like to teach. And I find that fulfilling. That's where I'm coming from. The thing I think even below that is I like to get in front of a canvas and start with a white canvas and turn out something that I've created, and it turns out good. So not all my stuff is good. I know I have ups and downs. I have less downs than I have had before, but the majority of my work now is really starting to zing for me. And it's a learning process throughout your whole life. I'm here to provide lessons every week. I'm not here to sell you a CD for $125 for, you know, a 2-hour, 2.5-hour deal. I'm ongoing, and I don't want to give away my stuff for free forever, and there's a way you can make donations to my website anytime. But I think that's where I'm really coming from, is there's something in me that likes to create, and if you're like me, like a lot of you are, that's why you like to paint. And during this time of COVID, why not? And even when this dark time of COVID is over with, it's going to be a great tool for the rest of your life to paint. So that's where I'm coming from, that's who I am. And I want to thank you so much for coming by here and being with me. Check out the website, and more importantly, go to YouTube and look at some of my stuff. And if you like it, join in. Okay. Thanks, and goodbye.